I'm going to go ahead and keep this a buck and say that you guys are overhyping the Green Goblin when it comes to pure physical strength. And the reason I'm saying this is because as of late, there has been a huge discussion on whether Captain America could go toe-to-toe with the Green Goblin when Spider-Man really almost couldn't. And they take the scene where Green Goblin is pile driving Spider-Man through several floors of pure concrete and just pummeling him. And Spider-Man is one of the strongest characters in the MCU, and he's using him as a wet piece of toilet paper. And they are contrasting that with one of the greatest feats that Captain America had, which was barely or struggling kind of holding a helicopter on the helicopter pad. That was a strength test. When you guys are hypothesizing this versus, you guys are taking those feats and putting them against each other when you have to take a lot more into consideration when it comes to the verses of these two characters. Personally, for me, I see the Green Goblin as a psychological weapon. He is a psychological weapon that uses fear and terror to basically get under his opponent's skin and get the drop on his opponent that way. So what I'm talking about is he puts the hero's loved ones into peril and kills them sometimes, such as Aunt May, or he uses ruthless sort of behavior, his linguistic skills, to try to get under his opponent's skin and try to shake their resolve. That's exactly what he tries to do, and he basically succeeds twice against Peter from MCU, but he didn't succeed against the Peter from the Raimi trilogy, because that Peter was able to outsmart him and outwit him and see exactly through the facade that is the Green Goblin. These terror tactics will not work on Captain America. You're not going to get under Captain America's skin. You're not going to shake his resolve. He is the one that keeps coming up. He's the one that keeps getting up, and he is going to be able to power through that. On top of that, you have to take their histories into account. Captain America is a soldier conditioned through combat, war, and he is a military man, while the Green Goblin was a rich CEO who got superpowers and basically went a little crazy with it, and he had a split personality from the serum itself, meaning to me that the serum itself, this super soldier serum, is flawed in that sense where it splits the personality of its user. These are all bad omens for the fight with Green Goblin and Captain America. Captain America has the advantage when it comes to range and the advantage when it comes to close combat through his skills and abilities and his extensive training against superpowered beings. Green Goblin has really only faced Peter in the one movie, and then he was pulled out of that timeline to go into Spider-Man No Way Home, and he faces off against Peter again. That's essentially it. That's all he's got. He really doesn't have that much experience when it comes to combat. I could see Captain America being put off a little bit by the wily antics of the Green Goblin, but I don't see the Green Goblin getting an edge on him psychologically, physically, or even in combat. I see the writing on the wall being really close and at hand when it comes to the Green Goblin when Captain America is whooping his ass, and then Green Goblin tries to flip the switch and go back into his civilian mode where he pretends to not know what's going on and, you know, like he's got Alzheimer's or something, and that may pull Captain America off guard for maybe a sucker punch or a glider stab, something along those lines. But I still think that even that would not be enough to take down the Captain America that we know in the MCU. And God forbid if this is a Captain America that has access to Mjolnir, because if he does, then Green Goblin, he's not going to stand a chance. Let me know in the comments below where you guys stand on this fight. This is going to be Sunskip signing off. Take care, guys.